Ever wonder why you can't type as fast as you think? Or why even the world's fastest video game players have a limit to their speed? Scientists have discovered something fascinating about our brains. They're actually much slower than we imagine. Think about this. Right now, your eyes are taking in billions of bits of information every second. The light, the colors, the shapes. It's an overwhelming amount of data. But here's the shocking part. Your brain can only process about 10 bits of that information per second. That's right, just 10 bits. It's like having a super powerful camera connected to a really slow computer. Your eyes and other senses are the camera, capturing everything in stunning detail. But your brain? It's like an old computer chugging along at what seems like a snail's pace. But this raises an interesting question. If our brains are so slow, how do we manage to do complex things like play competitive video games or memorize entire decks of cards? Well, researchers at the California Institute of Technology have been studying this puzzle, and what they've found is fascinating. Take Tetris champions, for example. They might look like they're making hundreds of decisions per minute, dropping and rotating blocks at incredible speeds. But when you strip away the repetitive movements, their actual decision-making speed still hovers around that same 10 bits per second. The same goes for professional StarCraft players. Despite their fingers flying across the keyboard, the number of truly meaningful actions they take matches this same slow but steady pace. Even more intriguing is how our brain handles all this incoming information. Picture it like a massive corporate office. The outer offices, our senses, are bustling with activity, processing tons of data in parallel. But all the final decisions have to go through a single CEO's office, our conscious mind, creating a natural bottleneck. This might explain why activities like reading, speaking, and typing all seem to hit the same speed limit. Whether you're trying to read a book, listen to a podcast, or type an email, you're ultimately limited by how quickly your brain can process and act on new information. But here's the really interesting part. Even when companies try to bypass these limitations with brain-computer interfaces or retinal implants, they still can't beat the simple efficiency of speaking or typing. It seems this 10-bit limit isn't just a bottleneck. It might be a fundamental feature of how our brains work. So the next time you're frustrated by how slowly you're typing or why you can't read faster, remember, it's not you, it's your brain. And somehow, despite this seeming limitation, we've built entire civilizations, created amazing technologies, and adapted our world to work perfectly well at 10 bits per second. For more on this story, find a link to the article on Earth.com in the description.